Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Uncommon Sense with Jose Negron. Now, for the benefit of those of you who are not familiar with the channel or are watching this channel for the first time, it is called Uncommon Sense because here on this platform we talk about everyday issues where we try to find logical solutions, but not everyone uses logic. So, for that reason, it is called Uncommon Sense. I want to let everybody know that I'm currently live on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. Also, the subscriber mode has been enabled, meaning if you're not a subscriber and if you wish to enter a comment in the chat, you will need to subscribe to the channel. Now, as always, I want to start out by giving a huge shout out to all those who have already subscribed to the channel. Whether you've been a member, a supporter since day one, or recently joined as of last week, your continued support means so much to me. I really appreciate all of you very much. Also, want to give a huge shout out to all those who follow me on social media, especially when it comes to Instagram and TikTok. Thank you very much for your support. Also, want to give a huge shout out to all those who allow me to enter into your devices and to all those who watch from the clouds, which includes my haters, which are anonymously watching the stream as we speak. So, if you have not done so, what I'm going to ask you to do is the following. I'm going to ask you to please subscribe, like, and hit the bell notification to all. So, therefore, whenever I do produce content, you will have the opportunity to catch it live or catch it on playback. Now, tonight's episode is going to be a little different. What I'm going to be talking about is some things that some of you may not know about Cardi B. Maybe you do know. In any case, we're going to discuss it tonight. Please hit the like button as you enter. Now, before we get into the topic, we're going to have another episode of In My Words. Now, there has been a great deal of chatter in social media regarding JD Takes. For those of you who is not familiar, he is a minister which is widely known, particularly among the celebrity community. He has a huge congregation. He has a church, I think in Texas, called the Potter's House, and he has been known to be a preacher to the celebrities. Okay. Now, lately, there have been allegations that JD Takes is gay. Not only that he is allegedly gay, but he has allegedly sexually harassed other men. One of the person claiming to be one of his victims is Christian Keys. I don't know a great deal about him. I know a little bit about him. I do know he did raise some controversy a few years ago um, when he made statements which appear to be embracing the LGBTQ plus community. First of all, let me make this perfectly clear. I have nothing against the LGBTQ plus community. Okay, they are human beings. They are to be treated as human beings. They should not be attacked or targeted because of their sexual orientation. Okay. However, the Bible is very clear when it comes to homosexuality. There are numerous verses in the Bible which condemns it. Okay. I said, this is what the Bible says. So if you have an issue with that, well, take it up with God. And of course, there's been allegations that were made levied against JD takes. Now, recently he was reported saying that he's not going to use the pulpit um, to address a lie, but to preach the unadulterated truth of God. Now, when it comes to the LGBT community, he has said stuff to the conscience, to the fact that the church is evolving, the church is adapting. Uh, there's certain things in the Bible that do not change. Okay, the sinfulness of man, that philosophy does not change. The fact that homosexuality is an abomination does not change. Okay. Now I know that there are some Christian communities that do not have a problem and embrace them. That's fine. That's how they wish to govern their churches. That's totally up to them. Now, one thing we do have to bear in mind is that everyone, and I mean everyone, is innocent until proven guilty. So we shall see uh, what will become of this person, whether or not the allegations regarding this person is factual or is it just slander. Okay. I have not listened to him too much, so I cannot say either way in regards to his doctrine. But the Bible is very clear on the subject, and Jeremiah says that do not place your trust in man because men will fail you every time. When I mean men, I mean men and women because we are flawed, we make mistakes, we make poor decisions. The only one that we can trust upon 100% is God Almighty. Okay. So as soon as I have more information in regards to JD Takes, you'll bring it here. I know that my friend Keisha did a video about it Saturday, and I believe she's going to have like a part two uh, this Saturday. And I think she said that she's going to open it out to the panel for those to express their point of view. So, and the fact of the matter is this: no one should be trusted. I mean, in fact, I always tell people all the time: do not take my word for it. You do your research for yourself, and then you arrive at your conclusion. Okay. Now, among the other thing that's trending here in these social media streets is regarding Paris Hilton's infant son. And unfortunately, there's been a lot of trolls making light of the fact that the baby's head is large in proportion to its little body. I think we're in a sad state of affairs when people are going to make fun, make sport of a newborn baby. I mean, I remember in my day, granted it was like 500,000 years ago, but in my day, babies were seen and unheard, and we never said at such as a discouraging word regarding any baby. We just love the baby and just treat it as a gift. Because when you think of a baby, I mean, first of all, the baby is completely dependent on his mother and his father to provide nourishment, change and clothe, and put the baby to sleep. Okay. And the fact that we have weird individuals making fun of a newborn baby who is not in a position to say anything except not even dada or mama, that is a sad, sad, sad commentary. Okay. And it just kind of shows you how how the circus has deteriorated at this point. Okay, that not even a baby is spared ridicule. Okay, and look, and I've seen it. He's not. First of all, he's a cute little tyke. Okay, I mean, so its head is a slightly larger than in proportion to the body. Big deal. I mean, it's not like it's a crime. Okay, and it's not a deformed thing either. He is a newborn baby that's a few months old, maybe several weeks old. Come on, let's give the kid a break. Unfortunately, that is the type of society we're in today. And the circus is aptly called the circus because it's run by a bunch of clowns. Okay. Hey, Gigi. Good evening. How you doing tonight? I hope you have had a wonderful Christmas. I did see your little art video regarding Paris Hilton's child, and I just can't believe that people will make fun of a baby. Okay, and well, you know what? It just kind of shows uh, where we are as far as some people. I mean, some people just have nothing better to do but to make fun of an innocent baby. But that be it, be it as it may, it is what it is. Okay. So, and before I forget, I just want to say happy Kwanzaa to all those who observe Kwanzaa. Okay. Which starts today and it goes until January the 1st. Okay. Um, I know a little bit about it, and each day, um, yeah, I was talking about your video, and and like I said, Gigi, I mean, why pick on a little baby? Okay, I get, okay. No, I was just okay. I was just first of all, I started talking about the controversy regarding J.D. Tiggs and the allegations that not only is he gay, but he had allegedly sexually harassed other men. Okay. Now let me just make this perfectly clear. I don't know whether it's the allegations are true or false. Time will tell regarding those allegations. But I think when it comes to people um, that that stating that they preach the word of God, um, just be mindful. People are flawed, okay? And the ones that we should trust the most is God Almighty, because God does not change. People can change, people can, you know, lose their sense of direction. God is ever faithful. So, so with that being said, we're going to get into the main topic. Now, the reason why we're discussing the topic regarding Cardi B is because, first of all, everyone's been talking about her messy divorce and whatever, and allegations of infidelity by her husband. I don't know if that is true or whatever. I prefer not to comment on that. So tonight I'm doing something a little different, which is something I'm going to be doing going into the new year. I'm going to be discussing some things regarding certain celebrities, some things that maybe some people don't know or know. So that's going to be going, and you're going to see that more going into the new year. Of course, I'm going to continue my open forum discussion regarding everyday issues, but I'm going to be discussing similar topics. Um, to do something new for change. Okay, and of course, um, The link to join the panel has been pinned. Should anyone wishes to join the panel, they can do so. Again, let me make this particularly clear. If you are completely new on this platform, meaning that you have never seen you before, I am going to ask you to come up in the backstage because the last thing I want to see is someone flash something inappropriate and have this string taken down. So, with that being said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share. Just give me a moment. Okay, thank you. Okay. Ooh. Okay, thank you. Okay, looks. Okay. Okay, so here are some things, and this is from Telltales. Now, there's some interesting facts when it comes to Cardi B. Okay. Now, of course, she made numerous headlines regarding certain things, particularly on Instagram. Um, she was once again a gang member and a former stripper. To say that she's been interesting, it's a it's an understatement. First of all, let's start with her actual name. Her real name is Bekalis Almanzar. Cardi's name comes from her Trinidadian and Dominican descent, but her parents nicknamed her Bacardi, like the famous rum. When she hit the social scene, several of her accounts on the gram got shut down due to her name similarity with the beverage company. So decided to take a spin on her childhood handle and call herself Cardi B. In case you're wondering what the B stands for, Cardi says whatever depending on the day. Beautiful or bully, or it could be something else. Okay, let me just. I gotta make sure. Okay. Okay, so of course we know the next thing is her first language is Spanish. There's a reason why Cardi has such a unique and cute New York accent. Her first language is actually Spanish. She told Girl that growing up in the Bronx with a Dominican father who only spoke to her in Spanish and a Trinidad mother resulted in her broken English. As a matter of fact, the star revealed that her accent is real bad pet peeve of hers. Okay. Now, the next thing that some of you may or may not know about her is that she rose to fame on Love and Hip Hop. Cardi first stepped into the spotlight by becoming a social media personality, but she really rose to fame when she appeared on the reality TV show Love and Hip Hop. She survived 2 whole seasons before she quit the show to focus on her music. Now, apparently, Cardi B, of course, is rich. Okay. Cardi's network is in the millions. Here's a fact that Cardi B, that you have saying, okay, just in case you have been living under a rock for the past year or so, Cardi B is the most successful female rapper of our time and she earned a net worth of $4 million. Okay, that's interesting. I'm just checking. Okay. Now another thing, I think it's more, you know, is she's not shy about going under the knife. It appears that she has gone through a great deal of plastic surgery. Unlike many of her celebs, the rap queen isn't shy about talking about her plastic surgery. She openly admits all her looks. The first procedure came at the young age of 19 when she started stripping her show love and hip hop. She underwent butt injections, spent. Okay, I don't. Okay, now that one, I have no idea what does that mean. Of course, it is known that she was a stripper. Good evening, Irby. Thank you very much for stopping by. Tonight's topic, actually, we're going to be talking about some things that some people may or may not know about Cardi B. So I decided instead of focusing on the divorce or pending divorce, which a lot of people have been doing, I decided, you know what, let me just focus on some of the things that maybe some people know or don't know about her. Okay. Now the Baduk Yellow rapper is far from being ashamed of her life as an exotic dancer. In fact, she admitted that this lifestyle choice shaped her life. After being fired as a cashier, stripping got her out of an abusive relationship, paying her debts off to college that she never managed to finish, and funded her expensive rent in New York City. Now, let me just make this perfectly clear. Rent in New York is expensive. Okay, and it's very expensive. I mean, there are people who pay more than 50% of their income on rent alone. Okay, so as you can see, this is a picture of Cardi B in her exotic uniform, so to speak. Okay. No others, the at the top Billboard 100. No other female artist has managed to top the Billboard 100 list until this Hispanic hitmaker came along. This big personality overtook Taylor Swift to reach the top of the charts with Bidak Yama becoming the first rap artist to reach the top of the influential list. I did days. I've gained 41 subs. Okay. So thank you very much. I didn't even know that. I can just see. The feud with Azella Banks forced her off Insta. Azella ongoing feud with Cardi B reached new heights, forcing Cardi B to be the bigger person and delete her social media account. Banks accused Cardi B of being a character of a black woman that can't spell. But sensing a bit of jealousy from big banks, Cardi then left this heartfelt response before deleting her Instagram account. She returned to you. Okay. Yeah, it's very yeah, truthfully, it's very gratifying for me. Okay. And again, let me just make this perfectly clear. The, the reason why I have the success that I have, it's because of people like you. Okay. I am never going. Okay. Why does. Okay. Excuse me. I'm sorry. It's just my computer is But thank you very much for joining me today. Okay, I'm sorry. I apologize. I didn't know there was a problem with the audio. Okay, so Okay, can anyone hear me now? If they can hear me now, please put in a one in the chat. If there's a problem with the audio, put in the two. Okay, I really would appreciate it. You know what? I'm gonna have to like read it because oh boy, it looks like the internet is acting up again. Okay, thank you. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna read it off because that's about the best thing I can do. Okay. Now, fact number 12 is this. Ever wonder why Cardi the Offset's trio, Migos, they named Culture 2 in January 2018, so it made sense that the couple named her daughter after Migos' album. Okay. Uh, you know what? To each one. Oh boy. Just bear with me because. Okay, thank you. Sheesh. This is going to be one of those nights. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do what I used to do back in the old days before I was doing all this crap. I'm just going to read off my phone. Okay, so just bear with me. Okay, fact number 13. Drake and Beyonce are her biggest fans. Cardi B's huge personality is loved by everyone, including most famous stars. Both Drake and Queen Bey have backed the I Like It rapper and shown their love through supportive posts. Now, here's something. Now, I'm going to take this with a grain of salt. I'm just going to share it anyway. Okay. Fact number 14. Cardi B. Cardi once offended Martin Luther King's family. When a skit of the Raptors playing the role of Martin Luther King Jr.'s wife, Coretta Scott King, leaked, her daughter, Dr. Bernice King, had something to say about it. The TMZ clip, which showed Cardi back in the day saying, "All the hussies want to sleep with my husband, but it's all right because I know he marches home to me." This led Dr. Bernice King to clap back and tweet endily, "On the 55th anniversary of I Have a Dream, a clip on TMZ depicts my parents, Cardi B playing my mom and the great woman of CRN in a repulsive false light. They pay an extraordinary price so people of color can have a platform, and this is how you use it." That sound ouch. Well, interesting. Early, I think Gigi did say mention about that she's getting ready to go to work, so she might or may not be watching. So, but it's understandable, okay, because she does work at night. So, you gotta cut her some slack. So, this is fact number 15. She's a front row queen. This likable star quickly earned her fashion icon status. After sitting front row for the likes of Helmut Lang, Fenty X, Puma, and Christian Siriano shows, she's been named New York Fashion's Queen, Undisputed Front Row Queen by US Abot. She now has her own collaboration with the affordable shoe brand Steve Madden and is set to become a Nova Babe. Her new line of clothing is rumored to drop soon. Okay, you know what? That look, to be honest, we don't, it's I'm not gonna say that's not possible, but I think what's the problem is we tend to pedestalize certain people and think that they can never do no wrong. Okay. Um, when everything is said and done, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., as great of a leader he was, okay, as influential as he was, and whatever, and as a person that believed in nonviolence, let's keep it clear. He has his flaws, just like everybody else. Okay, so and of course, there have been allegations regarding that some of the people who occupy the White House were cheating on their wives or what have you. Some of them, I mean, it's true. I mean, regrettably, some of it is true, but we don't know. So, but was Dr. King flawed? Yes. To what extent? Uh, I don't know. Now, this is something that's caused a lot of controversy regarding Cardi B. This is fact number 16. Cardi admits to drugging and robbing men. This fact that Cardi B comes quite the shocking news. In a researcher's Instagram video, Cardi was heard admitting that she drugged and robbed men who wanted to have sex with her during her stripper days. Despite the backlash, Cardi responded in a more recent video saying, "I did what I had to do to survive. I never claimed to be perfect or come from a perfect world. I am not proud of it and I feel responsible not to glorify it. I made the choices that I did at the time because I had very limited options." Yeah, you know what? That's true. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. When people have a lot of money, um, it's going to attract people. Okay, and if you are a man who has a lot of money, you're going to attract women who's going to want some of that, and of course, they'll be prepared to give up the kitty. And I'm okay, and I'm trying to keep it at least PG rated. Okay, so that is the truth. Okay, and it's very odd. It's very rare that people who have a lot of money, who manage to be, not get, how could I say it, um, influenced by money to pursue physical gratification. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I'm not gonna lie. Now here's something that I kind of got to take it with a grain of salt, but it's interesting any nevertheless. Cardi B still shops in the Bronx, although she's usually dripping in designer gear from Gucci ensembles to low bottom heels. This fashion icon admitted she still likes to shop in her hometown to get the one-of-a-kind sneakers and dresses. Interesting, to say the least. Okay. Um, Number 18. Her pop idols are Lady Gaga and Madonna. Interesting. Um, I guess maybe it's because they kind of like push the envelope, so to speak. I don't know. It could be that these are well-known female artists, in her right. So I really don't know. But let me just go on and share this. Okay, let's okay. Let's not get into the okay. Let's people. Let's not get into a debate who is more thirsty when it comes to sex. Okay, let's make it clear. Both men and women are tend to be thirsty. Okay, so let's bear that in mind, people. It's really no surprise that the crazy celeb idolizes Gaga and Madonna, who are favored to be big personalities inspiring outfit choices. Cardi B loves Gaga much that she once posted a rendition of Applause and sang Bad Romance at a high school talent show. Okay. Now, number 19, I guess this is no surprise. She's all about feminism. This fierce feminist isn't shy to talk about her views, and she can't stand the fact that feminism is a stereotype of a well educated woman. She said, "You don't need a degree to be a feminist." You hear, Cardi? You know, and I said this before, feminism in its original form was very important because what it did was it addressed a lot of inequalities that women face. Okay, women could not vote, women could not hold property, women could not run for office, women could not control their own bodies. Okay, women could not discipline children on they need the approval of the husband. And as far back as the 70s, uh, did not exist the concept of rape committed by the husband, because people it was under the belief that women wives were the physical property of their husbands, and that they can do whatever the fluff they want, and that if she wasn't in the mood for some hanky panky, tough. So the fact of the matter is, the feminist movement in this original form did address a lot of the evils that and the inequalities that women face. Unfortunately, it's kind of like morphed into like I would not identify myself in that category. I to see myself as someone that believe more or less in traditional roles, but also believe that women need to have a voice as well. Okay. Now here's something. Which is kind of humorous when you think about it. Number 20. Cardi broke a guy's nose by sitting on his face. Okay. In one of her many outspoken videos, this reality star revealed that she once broke a guy's nose by sitting on him during an intimate session, putting her own body weight on his head. Then he had to rush. Then they had to rush in the hospital, and the doctor told him that he got job. Um, gee, To be perfectly honest, oh yeah, okay. First of all, um, with all due respect, Cardi B doesn't look heavy at all. So I'm like, what the hell? I mean, she must have been jumping on his face. Um, maybe you know what? It could have been anything. I don't know. Maybe how could I say this and keep this under the good graces of YouTube? Maybe he was pleasuring her that way, and then basically she got too excited and started jumping around, and next thing you know, his nose broke. I don't know, but to be perfectly honest, I would be embarrassed to admit that my nose got broken by a chick sitting on my face. I mean, how many men will actually confess to do that? I mean, I think if you ask 100 men, you might get one or two that actually confess it, but I don't know. I just don't know. Now, here is the last interesting fact regarding Cardi B. She's a softie deep down. Although Cardi B has built a thick skin receiving backlash online, she admitted that negative comments still affect her. In an exclusive interview with Cosmoton, she said, sometimes I'm feeling like I get a lot of hate. Then when I see people getting my name and my face tagged, it reminds me that I am also extremely loved. Well, look, let's keep it real. When you are a well-known performer, you're gonna have people that's gonna hate you for like multiple reasons. Okay, it could be envy, it could be jealousy, it could be incels will get thirsty and get upset because they cannot approach someone like a Cardi B. Good evening, Giorgio. Thank you very much for stopping by. Okay. Actually, tonight's stream is a little different. So, what I've been doing is I've been sharing some unknown facts regarding Cardi B. Okay. Now, I know a lot of people have been focusing regarding their messy divorce and allegations that her husband was being unfaithful, whatever. So I decided, you know what? Let me do something a little different and share some interesting facts regarding Cardi B. Now, there's a little bit more I just wanted to share with you. I was trying to share with my computer, but my computer acting up, so I'm basically reading at this point. This funny celeb has made a real mark on the music scene in just a few years, so we're really excited to see what's in store for her by future. Let us know what you love the most about Cardi B and Cardi B. Okay, so um, let me just give you my thoughts. Okay, again, this is my thing. I decided instead of focusing on on her divorce, which is messy. Okay, maybe I might do something. Uh, but maybe I might cover it at some point. But I just wanted to do something a little different, which is share some facts that people may not know about her. Okay, and to be perfectly honest, some of them was interesting, some of them was bizarre, and I just wanted to have a different approach. Now I understand with some people they're no they no they're thinking this is like not what I normally do. But what I'm going to be doing going into the new year is that I'm going to be sharing some facts or interesting tidbits regarding other celebrities. Um, because I wanted to do something different and actually approach them in not such a controversial way, but just like, did you know about this person? Do you know about this person? Okay. Now, the fact of the matter is, and this is something I'm going to be discussing on my stream on on Friday, um, which is the growth of my channel. First of all, I really appreciate all the love and all the support all of you give me. Um, because within, like I said, first of all, within the last 3 months, I've gained over 40 subs. Okay. And it looks like before the year is over, I'm going to reach 50,000 views. And, and I've gotten started doing shorts on a regular basis. Okay. Um, some of them gotten over 1,000 views, which I find amazing. Okay. And, it's just, I'm trying to do things that are different. Okay. I try to do things that are different. And you, okay. Well, congratulations to you, Georgia. I mean, I have seen your content, and it's very gratifying to see someone that's having success and is doing it in a wholesome way. Okay, and I think now before we let me just state for the record, before I let my guest in, the views of those who appear on the panel are not necessarily those of the host of the channel. In the attempt to copy the material without the consent of the host is prohibited. By appearing on the call, your review by GNB, some of the views that people may hold may be considered offensive to some viewers. If you do not like the content, you can block the channel. And now we're going to bring in my guest. Good evening, Gigi.
Hey Jose, how you doing?
Fine. How you doing today? Merry Christmas.
Merry belated Christmas. Thank you.
So, what you
Hey
thought
George
about the
or
topic?
hey Irby.
So, what you thought about the topic?
It's just interesting. I'm just listening to the facts as I was doing my makeup and stuff. It was all interesting to me.
Yeah, you know what? I just wanted to do something a little bit. Everyone's been talking about the messy divorce. So I decided, you know what? Instead of focusing on that, which basically everybody but this brother is doing, let me focus on something that's different, like some things that maybe some people did not know. Now, I did not know that she actually broke someone's face by sitting on their face with that body.
I didn't know that either. That's very interesting.
Yeah, but this got to be a new law when you have trolls that making fun of a baby just because of the head is a little bit large. Gigi, are you there? Okay, it looks like Gigi was having some technical difficulties. What I'll do is, oops. Okay, let me just, oops. Okay, now as I say, I just I know everyone is Yeah, you know what? It could be the trolls. But you know what? Look, like I said before, I wanted to do some, okay, I wanted to talk about Cardi B, but with a different approach. Everyone has been focusing on her messy divorce and allegations regarding that the guy cheated on her. Okay. Now, of course, I've said this before and I'm going to say it again. Okay. People are innocent until proven guilty. Okay. So, and of course, you know, it's not a good thing when a divorce ends. Okay, let's see if we can bring it back here. Okay, Gigi.
Sorry. I guess that
No,
was
it's
me. I
okay.
didn't know if it was me or you. What was the last thing you heard me say?
I think you was talking a little bit regarding about Cardi B.
I don't remember what I was saying.
No,
I
but
will
you know
say though
what?
that I didn't really like her that much initially, only because I was like team Nikki. But she definitely grew on me over the years. I feel bad for her situation. But I will say that she did spend a lot of years being that type of woman, being the side chick, being the stripper. So it's kind of like everything eventually comes full circle. And I'm pretty sure that now that she has went through it herself, she has a better like understanding and mentality about, how to conduct yourself as a woman.
Well, let's look. Let's keep it clear. I mean, Cardi B has a past, and it's kind of wretched when you think about it. Okay, but it's not. No, and we can say, well, this is the consequences, but nevertheless, no one likes to go through a messy divorce. So that's why I decided not to focus on that, but to focus on some of the things that some people may or may not know about her.
Yeah, but like I said, she's definitely grown on me, and I definitely wish her and her family the best. At the end of the day, divorce is hard on any family, especially when you have children.
Well, look, I've been divorced for 10 years. Okay, and I can say without hesitation, both me and my ex-wife, we were guilty. Okay, no, we both play a role to why the marriage ended. So, but you move on.
Exactly. Life goes on, right?
Yeah. But I really do appreciate the growth that I have made in my channel. Like I say, I've gained like about 41 subs within the last 3 months. I'm almost at 50,000 views, which is like, I find it
That's
amazing.
so good. All of the videos that I privated or deleted, I should say, on my channel, um, took away a lot of my views because I was well over 100,000. But it's okay. We're rebuilding, and I also have had a really great past couple of months. So, we're just grinding, Jose. Keep on going, pushing forward, regardless
Exactly.
of who supports you, who shows up. You just show up and keep on going.
Exactly. And the fact that, and I said this before, and I'm going to say it again. This is not a sprint; it's a marathon. You're gonna have weeks when it's gonna be dry, 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 and next thing you know, you're gonna have weeks that just go through the roof.
Yeah, and those weeks that it's dry, 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 and it's for a specific reason, or if it's, a group of people just deciding not to support you, it's actually a blessing in disguise because you just continue on and you reach out and you do other topics and you get access to a wider audience and different people. That's the mistake that a lot of people make by just staying confined in a very small space, under the mercy of that small space. And yeah, I can't be held down, so it was never going to work for me.
Okay. Irby, I put the link in the chat, and I mean, you know, let me not let me not say anything because I know I'm gonna be.
The link
It's
is
in
pinned at the
there,
top.
and plus I put it in the chat, so it's not like you know what. Let me not go there because
Write in chat. I want to come up. I don't know what he's saying. I don't know what he means. What does he mean?
okay,
Write
let
in
me just
chat.
put it in again.
It's right at the top. It's pinned.
And I just pasted it again. Just it,
Jose,
okay,
you
I
don't have
don't
no
know what
patience
the
tonight.
I'm an old man, so so cut me some slack. no, but no, but seriously, I had a wonderful vacation last week. I went to see the Christmas spectacular at Rockefeller Center. I went to see the Christmas tree. Then I went to Olive Garden for lunch, and then I went to an office Christmas party. And then on Christmas Eve, I spent some time with my sister, so she wouldn't be spending Christmas Eve alone.
That's good. I hung out with
So,
family and I also worked through the holiday. Because a lot of people don't want to work, so I have no problem picking up those hours.
well, hey, you gotta make that green whenever you can because I mean, I hear that it's getting to be very expensive living in Florida now.
It is, but it's so very expensive to live everywhere, apparently, at this time. You know what I mean?
I get it. Believe me, I get it. I get it. I get it. But going into the new year, I plan to do some things that are differently. I'm still gonna be talking about everyday issues, but what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna be talking about other celebrities and certain things that not everyone knows about.
Like how you kind of did today with the
Yeah,
random facts or whatever. Yeah, that's cool.
yeah,
People are definitely
yeah,
interested in what the celebrities have going on for sure.
yeah. And and look, and sometimes you got to think outside the box because look, I've seen people that do not try to do anything to change. They keep doing the same thing over and over and over again, and then they're wondering why they're stagnated. Okay, and of course you have to adapt. Look, at times I've struggled with my internet. I mean, yeah, I have. Sometimes you have just have to laugh to keep them crying.
I think for George, or just I guess my little unsolicited advice, I would think that if he were to continue to post these inspirational stuff and stuff about God and stuff like that, you will get on the Christian algorithm, which might be more beneficial for him. I definitely
Mm,
um, get the Christian content in my algorithm as well because I do watch a lot of videos like that and stuff like that. So
yeah.
that is a whole big market as well on YouTube.
Hmm. That is true. Of course, I had my Christmas Eve message. Um, Basically, just to let people know that that while it's a happy time for a lot of people, there are people that are hurting, and let's remember those people who are not as fortunate as we are.
Yeah, definitely post them on TikTok, Jose, because they have a big on TikTok especially, the algorithm is really big there for like the inspirational type TikToks and stuff like that. That's where Kimmy kind of got her footing, was on the inspirational side of TikTok.
Yes, I agree.
Unfortunately, YouTube is a little bit
I
more
agree.
negative, I think, than a lot of the other platforms, at least in my opinion. Um, but I know that it's a little bit easier in that algorithm on TikTok for sure.
You know what it is? I think it's more reactionary here on YouTube, and
Yeah, and reactionary is usually criticizing, so therefore, you know what I mean?
Believe me, I have seen it. I mean, and of course,
I
people
don't think it's a bad
are
thing.
going
It's
to
just a
call me a
difference.
simp. Well, people are going to call me a simp for saying this, but look, I see how certain female creators in general has taken a lot of undeserved heat. Okay, and it's usually because of people they cannot deal with their message, they cannot deal with their approach, or they cannot deal with who they hang up with.
Yeah. Or they're just jealous.
That's true.
Hmm.
Look,
It's a big part of YouTube. At the end of the day, YouTube is a business, and I kind of realized that fairly quickly. Everybody isn't your friend. You know what I mean? It's a business, and it's cutthroat.
yeah, you know what? And this is why, because people are. I mean, some people are just basically they will do anything and everything to reach the top. If that means stepping on people, they don't care. I mean, and I said this, and I know people are gonna hate me for saying it, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Like I don't care. I mean, you and Multi has supported many creators only for them to bite the hand that fed them.
Yeah, because like I said, it's a business, and at the end of the day, even if you're not competing with other people, they may be competing with you. And it's just one of the lessons that you learn on YouTube, for sure.
That is true. That is
Hmm.
true. And
They
I
have a thing
think
in the
that
black sector, they call it deep trolling, and I feel like maybe I've had that happen to me a couple times, but when they say deep trolling, they mean that people will try to befriend you only to either get information on you or just to, troll you, turn on you for content. And so you think that you're friends with somebody, but you're really not. So they call that deep trolling. So I guess that's like instead of coming to your front door with the trolling, they're going to try to get close to you, and then go that route. So there's all these different ways that people have to get attention on social media. And like I said before, some people want to be attached to you, even if it's just in a negative way. Any way they can just ride your wave, you know?
yeah. Well, let me tell you something. I'm pleased with the fact that the growth I have is based on content, not tearing people down.
Sorry, I'm reading
So
the messages. I'm trying to see what
yeah.
they're talking about. Yes, I am subscribed to Mark the Messenger as well. It doesn't matter who's trying to stay relevant or not. No, because we're at the end of the day, no one's going to be just straight up relevant at all times on social media. You're gonna have your good weeks, your bad weeks. Everybody goes through it. Even the larger content creators, even though they still have a lot of numbers, they will tell you that it's not as much as they're used to sometimes.
Yeah, that is true. That is
Nothing like a good
true.
drama or a good conflict to get you back in the spotlight. Unfortunately, that's how it works.
Yeah, believe me, I am aware. Okay, and I
I get
would. And
annoyed and I try not to freaking respond anymore, Jose, but I just realized that like when I see like these large content creators, they have people that also have large platforms that are completely dedicated to either dragging them down, criticizing them, slandering them. And so I guess I've just realized that it is a part of the game. Unfortunately, it's sad to like whatever lengths people will go and what things they'll say about you, but for me to have these type of platforms um dedicated to trolling me or slandering me, and I'm a small content creator, then that just honestly just encourages me to keep going because I have large content creator problems and I'm a small content creator. So it's only up from here,
well,
right?
look, the
What
fact of
else
the
can they
matter,
say about me? They can't get no
I mean,
worse than
look,
the shit they said about me.
you know what? If it, it, it will be laughable to an extent, but it's just that it's I have a word for it: insanity.
Yeah, I agree, but it is
But
what it
then
is. At the end of the
again,
day, I love doing YouTube though. Like I have a passion for it. So when
yeah,
you come across people that have a passion for it, it doesn't matter what you do to try to tear them down, you're not going to stop them.
yeah. But then again, Gigi, you and multi are hyenas. Herb is a simp. I'm an old, senile, lonely white guy with a name like Jose.
It's all good. Who cares? At the end of the day, most
Look,
people aren't watching these people's channels, so it's fine.
look. The fact of the matter is this. Okay, say what. Look, say no.
Correct,
Say
Georgia.
what you want about us. I mean, we're basically like the little engines that could
Yes,
and
and
are.
Georgia's getting it bad out here too. Don't leave Georgia out. He's getting it bad out here too.
Oh yes. I mean, look. You've been called everything by the child of God. Georgia has been gone through all his um, with the circus, and I have
But when you
noticed that
own your past and you own your dirt and you own your flaws and your mistakes, they really don't have any power over you, you know?
exactly.
It's when you're hiding things that they have a power over you.
And this is and this is the thing that kind of that makes me want to laugh when people harp on a person's past. I mean, look, everybody, and I said this again, everybody has a past. Everybody. People's past may not be so colorful. Some people might be like a full rainbow, but everyone has a past. And
It's not where you've been, it's where you're at and where you're going.
exactly, you took the words right out of my mouth, Gigi. Okay, so you know, but then again, when people cannot debate you with logic, they will go personal. Okay, maybe Irby, maybe you can get a laptop from Amazon or eBay or I'm trying to think. You don't have to, and
Irby,
you
are
don't
you going
have
to
to get.
cam up on your channel
Hmm,
or are you going to be anonymous? I feel like it's better just to be yourself initially, because regardless, you're going to get doxxed. You know, Future had said that that was a threat when I said that. I'm like, that's not a threat. That's a promise. This is YouTube. You will eventually get. It's like there's very, very few that have managed not to get doxxed. You know what I mean? Very few. There's
yeah,
people on YouTube that work in very high government positions and all these other, all these other different people that have access to certain information, and they do that for nefarious reasons for other content creators.
okay,
So yeah, usually people do get doxxed. Hey,
yeah.
Riza.
Hey, Risa, happy holidays to you. Look, I remember when someone got into my Facebook account and people started getting messages that I passed away, and I had to actually do a stream, which the title was I am not a ghost. I'm alive." I mean seriously. Keisha actually called me and asked if I was okay because she heard that something I had passed away.
I speaking of K Show, I need to share her new channel. I forgot about that. You guys
Yeah.
subscribe to K Shell's new channel. I believe it's called Grapevine. You might not be able to find it in the
Yes.
algorithm yet because it's a small channel, but I need to share it. Did you share it yet, Jose? Is it on your wall?
You know what? I did share it on my community. I think I shared it on my um, community tab. But
Okay, okay, so you guys can find her channel on his community wall for now.
yeah, look, the fact of the matter is, and this is something that it seems like the big issue people have with me is the people I hang out with, which is like, first of all, if you're that petty, you know, get therapy, please.
Well, Jose,
I
everybody's
mean, I'm gonna
different. Not
hang out with
everybody,
who I
not
hang out
everybody
with.
wants to hang around. Everybody's different. Not everybody wants to hang around with people that hang around with their enemies, and they have that right.
I
I know I
get it.
certainly don't want to hang around with people that hang around my enemies.
I get it. I get it. But
So I get both sides, but I also get how it's like it's not my business or my problem. I don't want to, you know what I mean? Be involved. I get both sides of it.
yeah, that's why I that's why I say, you know what? I don't get involved in other people's mess because realistically, I got my own issues to deal with. Some of them has to do with my health. So it's like, do I really want to get into a messy thing regarding because this person didn't like this person or this person said this about this person? No, I don't got the time. I don't got the energy. We're almost into 2024.
Yes. I wish that some of these people would unsubscribe from me and just leave me alone, but it hasn't happened in 3 years, so I doubt it'll happen on year four.
Well, you know what, Gigi, the problem with that makes too much sense. That's why I call this platform Uncommon Sense.
I don't spend time like when there's people that like I just don't spend time bothering them that I don't like. I just don't watch their channel.
Yeah, yeah. But you know what?
All the people that I don't like in this space, I don't watch their channel. Period. Point blank. I couldn't tell you what they've posted. I just do not watch their channel.
But you know what? I'm happy to say it's been relatively quiet so far.
Yes, which is a good start. I think going into the new year, I feel like most people aren't really fighting anymore, so that's good. You know, um, I'm beyond working with them though, regardless, because would you say at the beginning of the stream doing the same thing over and over is insanity?
Yeah.
So everybody's
Look,
welcome, but I'm not
look, I
interested in like reviving the space and doing no. I put a lot of sacrifice, a lot of time, and a lot of energy in that space, and I was met with a lot of slaps in the face. So everybody's on their own as far as I'm concerned. If that sounds mean, I'm sorry, but it is what it is.
you know what? I don't consider it mean. I think it's just basically you doing it because unfortunately you've been burned one time too many.
Yeah. But
So,
anybody that comes and supports me, obviously I support them back. But as far as like focusing on the space, not so much. You know what I mean?
which is why I'll continue to share your content on my space as long as you allow me to do so. The same thing with Multi, the same thing with Irby when he gets his channel up and running, and some of the other people that appeared on this platform because we're all part of a small community.
Mhm. Yep, we're definitely all neighbors, that's for sure. We're on the
Yep.
same wave in the algorithm. Yep.
Hmm. Yeah. Shout out to the 10 people that's watching this stream.
Hey,
Um,
I did share this stream.
Thank you,
You're welcome.
thank you. And let me tell you something. And I this is something that I've said on my Christmas Eve message. You, Multi, and Irby, I consider to be the most faithful of my supporters.
Well, where's Ramon? I haven't seen him in a while.
Okay. I think Ramon has been very busy.
Okay.
Also, there's been other things that's been going on. Um, the same thing with Rakim. Um,
Yeah.
Denise is in the middle. I mean, I think her YouTube sabbatical should be ending soon.
It's also the holidays, and a lot of people don't have a lot of time for YouTube right now.
It's true. But let me tell you something. When everything is said and done, uh, this is a hobby. No, this is no. I mean, this is a hobby. There are things that are more important here than more important than here in YouTube. And I'm sure when we get into the new year, things will start to pick up. You're gonna see Ramon doing content. You're gonna see Joaquin doing content. You're gonna see the other people doing content and things of that nature. Um, and like I said, I did extend an olive branch to certain people. So I tried.
Yeah, yeah. Well, hopefully those people get back on their grind too and continue to make content because, at the end of the day, I'm not no hater. Um, I want people's channels to grow. I still do want the space to grow. I just don't necessarily want to be associated to where, you know what I mean? But yeah, hopefully everybody gets back on their grind and continues to make their content. At the end of the day, like the people that are dedicated and passionate about it, they're going to continue on, and those are the people that you see that are continuing on. And then some people, this is just a hobby for them, or an ego boost, or a way to meet people, or maybe they're lonely in real life. It's a hobby, but
Well, let's keep
you're
it.
going to separate people
Let's
that
keep
this is
it.
a hobby for and real content creators.
Yeah, but Gigi, let's keep it real. Some people treat this platform like it was Tinder or Bumble.
You know what? You're right about that. That might be the number one thing they treat it as. If you think about it, not even just this sector, but different sectors, it always seems to go back to dating preferences, right?
Yeah, and then what happens is you get somebody that gets frustrated because they shoot their shot against some female person, which the lady or the man do not reciprocate. And next thing you know, then they come up with the narrative. This person's a slut. This person's a simp. This person's a whatever. Everything, everything but a child of God.
It seems to be all about dating and stuff like that. Even when I first came out, it was a lot of pressure. They were trying to bully me and Multi because we're supposed to be pushing this message for mixed people to procreate with each other, to be with each other. At the end of the day, like, I don't give a damn who mixed people procreate with. That wasn't why I started my channel. My channel was just started for us to have some sort of representation, for us to have a voice that combats the negative content that was being created about us. But it was never for me to come and try to force women to go with mixed race men, or mixed race men to go with mixed race women. And that seems like that was like a lot of where the issues lied in this space. A lot of the men would attack and slander, but yet want you to come out and tell everybody to get with them. Like, you can't make it make sense, right? And I'm like, I don't even have anybody else bothering me on here. I don't have black men bothering me. I don't have white men bothering me. I don't have, like, it's just y'all. Okay, it's y'all.
Yeah, but
But this is just YouTube. In real life, I don't have obviously those kind of issues with any men. So
Gigi, I said this
generally, men
before.
are nice to you if you're nice to them.
Yes, but Gigi, let's keep it real. If you were single, I mean, the pickings as far as dating over here, these YouTube streets are very slim.
It just really is overran with incels and femcells.
Yeah, I
Exactly,
mean, it's like
Georgia.
yeah, it's like people don't know how to have a regular conversation with someone of the opposite sex, and they don't know how to take rejection.
hmm Yeah, the rules of real life don't apply here on social media. Like, people will threaten you. and slander you one day and the next day be like, hey, let's do a stream together. It's like, nah, no, thank you.
Good
Hey,
evening, Don
Don.
Armando. Merry Christmas to you. Belated though. But yeah. And I remember one time I was on another stream and I was just having a normal conversation with a female creator. Would you believe someone actually thought I was being thirsty?
You said somebody said you were thirsty.
Someone thought I was thirsty. And I was just having a normal conversation.
Who were you? Who they think you were being thirsty towards?
Actually, it was someone that Xena had on one of her streams. This was like
Okay.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
First of
That's
all,
another thing
let's
too. Human nature is shamed here too. It's like men who actually like women or want to be friendly with women, they're called simps. Well, how are they supposed to act? Like, you know what I mean? If you want to make friends with someone, you should probably be
I,
nice to them, right?
at least be cordial. I mean, for crying out
At
loud. I
least the
mean,
minimum. The minimum. Be cordial.
that's that's why when I met my ex-wife for the first time, she's talking about getting into the horizontal hula, and it's like, slow down. I just met you, girl.
These same men that will shame men for being nice to women online and call them simps and stuff like that, they're the same men that'll turn around and stab you in the back over a woman. So you can't take it serious, you know?
No, I mean, look, it's laughable when you think about it, and it's like all I could say to them is, bless their hearts, which is basically Christian slang for saying, "Get the heck away from me."
I mean, do you think though that like all of this talk about everybody trying to find these solutions for people to meet up and date and, find healthy relationships? I mean, the actual problem really is just being online all the time, right? Like a lot of these people need to get offline and go out in the real world and try to meet people from the opposite sex. You're sitting on YouTube looking for answers. I mean, and the answers that you're finding is, hey, treat them like crap, It's not going to work.
I remember one time when I was in Colombia for a Christian convention. You know what we did for the whole day? We were not allowed to use our cell phones to get into social media. And that was a good thing
Mm.
because we actually spent time talking with people.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. I just think a lot of it just stems from jealousy. And I think that, I mean, I do get it. There, obviously simps exist or whatever, but like, are they really like the scum of the earth? I mean, the way that people focus on simps is like, you know, we have bigger problems than simps, okay? We're more worried about the abusive ones than the simps, okay?
yeah, and believe me, look, there's a lot of stuff that's going on, particularly what's going on, what happened in Colorado, where the state Supreme Court ruled that Donald Trump should not be on the ballot due to the violation of the
Oh,
14th.
Lord, Jose. Here we go.
Okay, this is how I look at it. Okay, because I try to keep it fair and honest. That's going to be up to the Supreme Court to make that decision.
The corrupt Supreme Court, okay.
Well,
Good luck on that one. We're all going to need it. I don't know. I don't think anybody's dumb enough to running around here thinking that Biden should win again, though. I think we're all at least on the same page with that, right?
well, let's. I mean, it's not exactly. It's. I mean, it's basically one grumpy old man against an older, grumpier old man.
Well, I would
Nice.
argue that one has dementia and is not fit mentally to even be in that position.
Well, you know what's the latest? Uh,
It's elder abuse to keep him there at this point.
but you know what? But you know what's the latest about Donald Trump? That he has a
What?
bad body odor.
Oh
That
God.
Donald Trump. Oh
I
my goodness!
disagree.
You
I
cannot
disagree with
make
people
this
saying
crap
Trump
up.
is not fit. I disagree because we didn't have these problems 4 years ago. Sorry. We were doing well
Well,
till COVID came along.
well. Um. Yeah. Let me tell you something. Had Donald Trump done a better job dealing with COVID, he would have mopped the floor with Biden.
Mm, I don't know. I
But
think the
you
Democratic
know,
Party I think that they will lie, cheat, and steal to get who they want in there at this point.
um, let's keep it real. I mean, there's basically little difference between the two parties. I mean, the
I
only
would
solution.
disagree, and I would say this: the condition of your state would say otherwise right now
Okay,
with all the illegal immigrants that are overrunning all of the major cities. I would say that would definitely wouldn't be true.
okay. Well, first of all, what the problem is that first of all, we are a sanctuary city, a sanctuary state, and also we have a state in our constitution that guarantees shelter no matter what. So, what our beloved
Too
mayor
bad they don't
decided.
offer that same shelter for American residents. That would be even better.
Okay. Well, the fact that and this is what I said, and I said this before. I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem trying to help these people, but let's not forget our own people that need help too, and we cannot save the entire planet.
Yeah, that's the only issue because obviously, I mean, this is a country built upon immigrants. You want everybody to be able to come, but everybody can't come. That's just not reality. If we let everybody in, then we're going to be third world as well. And then where are we going to run? Because nobody's going to take us.
Look, and I said this is what I would have done if I was president.
Wow, me and Riza agree on something. Yay, Riza.
Interesting. Okay, you know what I would have said? I would have a nice conversation to all these governors, and I'll say, you know what? This is a human crisis. We're all going to chip in. We're all going to
Yeah,
take
Irby
it.
brought up about Chicago. They're in Chicago. I seen the videos and they're literally begging Trump to come. And which is funny because I remember when he was president, he had told them if you don't get your shit together, I'm gonna send the Coast Guard or whoever he was gonna send. I forget the National Guard or whatever because the killing and everything was out of control. So it's bad when they have said, you know what, this is worse than what we had going on. We need Trump. Yeah, we need Trump back. I don't think that Trump is the only man for the job. I just don't see anybody that's really given him any competition, I guess you would say.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry, but your governor basically flopped. I mean, I hate to say this.
My governor, although he did a good job in Florida, and I know that's debatable to some people, but I lived here. You know, as an American, I place freedom above anything else. And yeah, he handled Florida, in my opinion, well. We got through it just like everybody else without having to be locked down 24 hours a day. But he kind of messed up with the Republican or the Conservative Party because they look
Hey
at him
guys,
as
how y'all doing?
hey, they look at him as
Good evening,
backstabbing
Don
Trump.
Armando.
They're saying he could have waited four
Yeah,
more years.
this is one thing that I gotta say, right? A lot of these Republicans, they don't really like Trump, but the thing is, though, he has something on all, so therefore that's why they're supporting him. Now, if they didn't, They would have at least turned on Trump. But that's my opinion. Another thing is that I would have voted for DeSantis even though I'm not a Republican because there's one part of the law that I like. So I'm not a Republican, I'm not a Democrat, and me personally, I think that if I agree with Georgia with something, we have to get out that two-party system because the two parties are not really benefiting America. But that's my opinion, though.
Yeah, I just think that Trump is a little bit more flexible than maybe DeSantis. DeSantis is very, very rigid on what he thinks and what he believes. I feel like, yeah, Trump's a little bit more reasonable. But that's just my opinion, you know.
Yeah. But hopefully, and I say hopefully, there'll be somebody other than Biden and Trump that we can actually support because all I can say is God help this country.
Yeah, it's gonna be bad no matter what, but I also believe that's biblical. But I have to go, you guys. I have to go to work. Thank you for having me up, Jose. It was good to see you again, Don. Bye to everybody in
Well,
the audience. Thanks for listening.
Yeah,
Y'all
thank
make
you
sure
very
you hit
much
happy
for
that like
thank you
button
very
for
much.
Jose. You're welcome. You guys hit that like
Okay,
button.
well,
Bye.
yes. Good night. Thank you
What were
very
you gonna say,
much.
Jose? You're welcome. Thank you,
No, I
Jose.
just want to
Bye
say
bye.
thank you very much for stopping by. Oops.
Irby, you just were on camera. All right, let me go. Bye bye.
Bye. So,
Yeah, I'm here in Boston. This is my first time ever
okay.
being in this city.
Well, actually, yeah. Well, I was just sharing some interesting facts regarding Cardi B.
Wow. So, what is it that we don't know about Cardi B? I know that she's Dominican Trinidadian. She's from the Bronx. She was a member of street organization known as the Hats. I'm not going to go around and say their real names, but anybody who knows. And 9 times out of 10, she's actually going. I don't know if it's true or not, but she and her current husband are actually going to go through a divorce.
Well, for one thing, she actually broke a guy's nose by sitting on his face.
Yeah. Well, wow. Broke a nose. But I just have to say one thing. I'm glad I'm not single
Yeah.
anymore.
And
Yeah.
she also confessed that when she was a stripper, that she drugged people and robbed them.
Like I said, I'm glad I'm not single anymore. But what she
Well,
did, but this is the thing why she lost respect with some men. It's alright that she said that she wanted to she drugged innocent dudes, but and got their money, right? But
yeah.
yet, I'm just gonna say this, like on the pro peace term, you don't want the alphabet community, but she went up and robbed these guys, and then on top of it, she had cross dressers in the arsenal. So therefore, when she robbed these guys, they couldn't really say nothing because the cross dresser was there with them too.
Hmm. Yeah. Um, and of course, she was a stripper in her younger days. Um, her
Right.
father's Dominican, her mother's Trinidadian. Uh, actually, Cardi B. I mean, if you ask her what the B stands for, it could mean just about anything.
Yeah, but then I have a theory on it too. You know that she
Okay.
and that and that young girl named Ice Spice, they could be relatives. The reason why I say that is because her last name is Almanzar, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Ice Spice's mom, who's Dominican, actually has the same last name, Almanzar. So if they were to actually look at their family lines and stuff, they might be related. But then again, I don't know. They'll have to go to the Dominican Hall of Records to find that out.
Okay. I see.
But yeah, yeah. Well, Jose, I'm about to get off, and happy holidays. If you have another segment, I'll be on.
Okay, well, thank you very much for stopping by. In fact, I'm getting ready to wrap this up too. Before you go, let me just, I want to encourage everyone, if you have not done so, please check out Don Amando's channels and also check Gigi's channels as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me on your.
Okay. Okay, have a good night and Happy New Year. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna stop to wrap this up. Like I said, I wanted to talk about Cardi B, but I wanted to do it in a different light, not focusing so much on her divorce, but focusing more on. Good evening, Irby.
Oh, what's up?
Hey, how you doing?
Nothing. Had to hit. Man, I had to put. I mean, I had to uncam myself for a minute.
Okay. So, what you thought about the topic on Cardi B?
It was good. It was good. I'm Team Cardi B. I'm Team Underdog. Underdog on this one. I see everybody's Team Nicki and Team Offset.
Well, everyone is focusing on her messy divorce. So I decided not to focus on that, but focus on some of the things that maybe some people may not know about her.
Yeah, she's not the first. She's not the last celebrity to get cheated
No,
on.
no, no. Look,
Beyonce got
whenever
cheated on, so Cardi B was gonna get cheated.
look, the fact of the matter is we're all flawed. All of us. Okay. It's just that some people are more flawed than others, okay? And and people need to understand that everyone has a past. And I mean everybody. Some people's past may be a little bit more colorful than others.
Yep.
So, but I mean, in all fairness, I have not listened to her content. Um, okay, looks like we just lost Irby. Okay, well, in any case, I'm going to start to wrap this up. Like I said, I wanted to talk about Cardi B, but in a not so much focusing on the divorce, but focusing on the person itself. And when everything is said and done, be mindful. We're all flawed. I'm not here to glorify Cardi B. I'm not here to condemn her either. Just to share some things um, that maybe some people don't know, and maybe they might look at her in a different light. So, first of all, a huge shout out to everyone that appeared on the chat. And a huge shout out to Gigi and Donamano and Irby who appear on the platform. So I'm gonna be live on Friday. Um, I said 10 o'clock. It'll probably be like about 9, and I'm just gonna have open discussion. So that's basically what I gotta do is just talk about things that's currently on my mind, and I really do appreciate all the growth that I have received. And again, and I know I've stated again multiple times. Okay, which is um, The reason why I have the success that I have is because of my supporters. Okay. If it wasn't for you, I would not have the success I have. And I really appreciate all of you. So as always, you're more than welcome to enter a comment after the stream is over. Just let's keep it positive. Okay. So hopefully I will see you again or hear from you Friday. But in any case, enjoy the rest of your holiday season. Enjoy your Kwanzaa. New Year's Eve is coming up. So let's approach the new year with new opportunities. And I'm going to close the same way that I always close. We must do everything we can to reduce our influence by being mentally and intellectually challenged, because if we fail to do so, we will be infected by their stupidity and massive insanity. This has been another episode of Uncommon Sense with Jose Negron, saying good night, take care, and